Hi world. Okay, so I know I said that I was gonna get this out about a day ago, but things happened. My camera died, I was traveling, whatever. So welcome to my first video. I kind of wanted to like set the tone, give a great introduction, answer some questions that you guys asked me. You guys ask me usually the same questions, so I just kind of wanted to get that out the way so we know each other, or you know me. So to start, I'm Haley, not Haley, Haley, Haile, like the hail that falls out the sky, and with the E at the end. I go by Haley Rose, Miss Rose, whatever you like to call me. I guess I'll just start with like the first question that I always get. How old am I? I'm 20. I will be 21 September 18th. I am a Virgo. I guess I'll start with what my age is. I go to Syracuse University. My major is communications and rhetorical studies, and I am on a pre-law track. Where do you want to be career-wise in 10 years from now? I see myself in 10 years career-wise being, because in 10 years what? I'll be 30. Okay, so I told myself by the time I turn 30, I want to have my own law firm, and I want to be an entertainment lawyer or something in the entertainment business, but yes, I want to be an entertainment lawyer. How do you know when you're at peace in life? For me, when my mind isn't, like, I'm a big overthinker, but when my mind doesn't feel so cluttered and like things are weighing on my shoulder, that's when I feel like, dang, I'm at peace, like things are okay. And when I feel like I've kind of slowed down in a sense. How do you find yourself after a depressive episode? How do I find myself? Let's see. I feel like that's a lot to unpack in such a short question. I don't know. I feel like me, after I have like my depressive moment, give me a second, I'm having a brain fart. I usually get myself back together by just being alone. Being alone is key for me, at least, and I think that that's important for a lot of people. Blocking out the noise is so important in life. Like, my mom is a big teacher of that and a big believer. She's the one who taught me being alone is everything. I cannot stress it to you enough. You having extra noise and people around you 24/7, even your like best friend, your boyfriend, like that could be a lot. Other people's opinions could really like hold you back at times. So it's really important to be alone. When you're alone, that's when you get to truly think. That's my main way where I know when I'm falling into a depressive state, it's like, damn, I gotta get my together. So now I have to go into hiding and be by myself to really figure out how to get out of it. Like, that's my only way. I feel like a lot of the times, if you're really like thinking in a positive light and trying to push through with positivity versus negativity while also being alone, it's your best bet. That's just kind of how I operate, and that's kind of how I make sure I stay afloat and find myself again after that. College life. Do you stay in a dorm on campus, or do you have your own apartment? So I go to Syracuse, and if you know, you know, for the first 2 years you have to stay on campus. So in the summer in Miami, I live by myself, but when I came back to school, I live in a campus apartment, which is where I'm at right now. And next year I won't be living on campus anymore. I'll be living in my own space. How to get over a breakup? I feel like there's so many things that there's no right or wrong answer to this. It's just the type of person you are. For me, that's where the alone part kicks in again. Like, find yourself again. You were in a space where it wasn't just you, it was you and someone else. A lot of situations that people don't realize, like when you get in a relationship, it wasn't just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a team thing. It was time. My time was devoted to somebody else and myself, so it was like 50-50. Now it's like, once you're out of a situation or you're out of that relationship, it's like now all your time goes back to yourself, and now you have time to do different things. Now you have time to think more. Now you have time to do whatever. So for me, in my sense of how to get over a breakup, I think that not running and rushing into something else to make yourself feel like, damn, like I have to get over this and I have to go talk to somebody else and it'll make me feel better, because in reality it doesn't. Like, it doesn't make you forget about the person, at least not me. It doesn't make you forget the times and the memories you made with the person or spent with them or things of that matter. You have to heal. You have to heal properly. You have to heal by yourself and alone. No one else can help you heal. No one else. I tell you, nobody else can help you heal but you. I mean it. Somebody may feel like a breath of fresh air, and yeah, like along the way, like it could take a week to heal, and then next week somebody might come across you and you may think like, oh my god, this person is like so great and I feel like this helped me get over my breakup, or like they're a breath of fresh air. Like, I've been through a situation where it's like, oh my gosh, this person is my breath of fresh air from the situation I was dealing with last. Although I still may be on that situation, they're like the person. But nah, I feel like you have to simply heal by yourself, alone, do things for yourself, enjoy the single life. And yeah, what are some things or people that inspire you? My mother is my biggest inspiration. That woman is everything to me. As much as we butt heads, she is that girl. She is that girl. She is that girl. She is that girl. She is exactly what I want to be like when I get older. Everybody has flaws, but my mother does not have no flaws. No, I'm just kidding. But she's definitely my biggest inspiration. From her aura to what she does in life to how she carries herself, like, I love that woman. I cannot stress it enough. Although she gets on my nerves, I love her. And that's exactly who I want to be like when I get older. She's like my role model. And my sister is a big one. She's very inspiring to me. My older sister, Brittany. She's definitely that girl. Kim Blackwell. So that's like my mentor, but slash family. She's really a big inspiration for me too. I like women and looking at women who, they're beautiful, but they're also smart, and they can also control the room. You see what I'm saying? Like, that kind of makes sense. For mental breaks, what's your advice? For me, I just do things that I love. As I got older, I had to realize, like, do what you love. That's the only way you'll get to break away and be happy. And but the important thing is, don't fall into that break. Don't let that break take you over. Don't forget about priorities and things you have to do and take care of. That's where I go wrong sometimes, to be honest. But for me and my mental breaks, I just do what I love. I love to travel. I love to be on the beach and journal, like things like that. And it's like, where there's a will, there's a way. I'm gonna figure it out. So those are things I love doing. What's your skincare routine? A lot of people ask me this. So I use 2 different face washes sometimes. It depends. I'll alternate depending on what my skin's looking like. So right about now, like this morning, I washed my face with CeraVe, the acne foaming wash. But usually I use Dr. Dennis Gross, their gel cleanser. I get my CeraVe face wash from Target, and then I get my Dr. Dennis Gross from Sephora. Sephora, right? Yeah, Sephora. My face moisturizer, I use Tatcha sometimes, and other times I'll use this other product I can't remember the name of. I've never really been acne prone until lately, so I've kind of been trying to navigate that. But what I've been using on my forehead for my dark marks is Aquaphor, so that's been helping. Important things to know in your early 20s that you've learned so far. You're young, don't rush it. Somebody actually asked me earlier when I was on live, do you ever feel like you're lost, or how to deal with feeling like you're lost and not knowing what you want to do exactly? You're young. You're so young. Do not rush anything. This is your prime years, in my opinion. Like, I haven't been through my 30s or my 40s or anything of that matter. I haven't even been through my 20s yet. But live out your 20s. You're young. You're fabulous. People are going to come and go. Things are going to come and go. Take advantage of opportunities, because they will come and go. Treat every opportunity like it's the only time and the only chance you'll ever be able to take it. Think of it like, I'm only going to get this opportunity once. Live life. Be present. I'll say, especially in the world we live in now, Do not let social media take over your brain. Do not let it take over your mind. Live for you. Live solely for you. Be for you. You are for you. Live in your truth. Live in your everything. And I'm not talking about like when it comes to people and friendships and relationships. I'm talking about like, I'll take college for example. Like you can only do shit once. So you gotta go hard. Do it the best you can. Don't stall. Don't waste time. My freshman and sophomore year went like this, and I can't get those years back. I gotta take advantage of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, take advantage of everything. Show up to that class. Show up to that interview. Show up to that. You never know. Just show up. That's another thing. You never know what you experience. You may like it. Like, you just never know. So if you have time, you could do it. Show up. Show up. Show up to everything you can show up to. Be involved. Involve yourself in things. Be present. Be there. Try to build your relationship with God at a young age. Remember that you're not alone. It's not just you in this. God has got you through any and everything. I kid you not. I will tell you, that man has brought me through things that I cannot even believe I ever got through. So yeah, keep that in mind too. What keeps you grounded? My biggest thing is my brother. His name's Kyle. He didn't get a chance to live. He didn't get a chance to see past 10, unfortunately. And yeah, things have changed since he's been here. With just the world evolves every day, and it's like, damn, like I always think to myself, I wish he was here to see this. Like, he would have loved this. He would have loved experiencing this. So sometimes I get like, but then I realize, like, dang, I only get to live this life once. Like, I have to do this right. So it just kind of keeps my mind level-headed. Like, I'm here for a purpose and a reason. Like, God keeps me here every day for a reason, for a purpose. And I also want to live out my life for my brother who didn't get a chance to. What is your favorite place to visit? You guys ask me this a lot. Jamaica. My mom's from Jamaica, so I have cousins there. My family lives there, and I just love going. Like, my cousins are fun to be around. They take me out. I don't feel like a tourist. I hate going to places where I feel like a tourist. I hate going to places where I feel like I have to stay on the resort all day. I like going to places where I feel like I like going to different countries where I can interact with the culture and feel like I live there. You know, I like stuff like that. So with Jamaica, that's just how I feel. How do you protect your peace? Block out negativity as much as you can. I know it's hard, but it's hard to let things go, and people don't realize the most negative things that come across us are usually the things we love the most. Once something in your life is toxic, let it go. It can be very tough, trust me, I know, but you gotta realize, like, your peace and your sanity is everything, and things are gonna come back in full circle again in a better way. Like, God helps those who help themselves. If he's sending you a sign, take that way out. God sends you a car, you don't take it. Then he sends you a boat, you don't take it. He sends you a plane, you better take that plane. You got to, because it's like he's sending you multiple signs, and like, hey, this is a red flag. Like, I'm trying to make sure that you know your sanity is everything. Your peace and the energies you have around you are everything, and that's all that matters. So first you gotta listen to God, but you also gotta listen to your mind and your body. Your body is rejecting things, and people don't even realize your body rejects things by tears, by stress, anxiety, like things. If things are not good for you, you'll know. Your body will tell you, but your mind's fighting because your heart doesn't want you to believe that. But that's the only way you're going to keep your peace. So that is how you have to maintain it. And always remember, your sanity is everything. How do I stay so confident? On a real note, like, I feel like everybody's unique in their own way. I believe that I'm that girl in my own way, just as the person next to me believes that she's that girl in her own way. So it's like, I don't know, I feel like everybody's unique. And yeah, I don't hate on nobody. So I feel like that's important too, because it's like, if you're confident within yourself and you're comfortable within who you are, you're not gonna hate on nobody naturally. Like, it's just not in you to do so. How else do I stay confident? I I be having my days where it's like I don't feel like I'm that girl, but that's normal. It's life. That's gonna happen. So yeah, like just remember in your head that there's only one you. There's only one you with your fingerprint. So that's just how you have to look at life. Like, I'm unique in my own way, and I'm just that girl. I'm just him. Himothy. I'm Himothy Jones. Like, that's just how you gotta look at stuff. Like, you gotta be, and it's not being a cocky person, and it's not, oh, like, I'm that, nobody else matters in the world. I'm comfortable within my own self, but comfortable enough to know, like, I'm that. What's my top 5 favorite books? I don't have a top 5, but I have the top 2. One is The Coldest Winter Ever by Sister Souljah, and the other one is a devotional book. It's Jesus Calling. I think it's by Sarah Young, and I think she comes out with a new one practically every year, every other year. I don't know. Every year I get a new one. They're always different. So yeah, I love those 2 books. How do you get over things that traumatize you? You don't. You don't forget it. You don't. And you just live. Like, you can't stay stuck in a certain mind frame. I feel like this is a sensitive question because things that traumatize you are hard to deal with, and it's always gonna somewhat come across your brain. You cannot be in a negative mind frame and want positivity. How does that work? It doesn't. You have to think positive to access a positive lifestyle, a positive mind frame, because if you are stuck in a negative state and you're just soaking and not trying to get up and better yourself and be positive, you're always going to remain in a negative, because things can happen, things can change. You can have your temporary high for a minute, but if you remain in that negative space and you say, I'm not going to get up today, because you have your days. Like, I have my days where I can lay down, I'm like, I don't want to get up today, but you can't keep going. Like, you can't keep going with that mindset. You have to keep going in a sense where it's like, I gotta get up today, I gotta keep pushing. How do you overcome obstacles? Okay, so I think it's super important to remember and always have that belief in your mind that there's not anything that you cannot walk away from. There's not any obstacle that you cannot overcome. It's super important to know that just because you feel like doors are closing, they're not. They're just your obstacles. They're just obstacles that you have to find a way to go around or go under or jump over. That's a part of life. That's what life comes with. Always remember that when one door closes, another one's always going to open. And that's actually a part of evolving. That is what is needed in life for you to become better as a person. So don't fight it. Don't fall back. Don't run away from it. I feel like people tend to run away from their problems and those obstacles a lot. People tend to run to their drug, their temporary high, whether that's a person, their person, drugs, actual drugs, alcohol, social media, those things. And it's like, you have to learn how to cut those things out. Don't run away from your obstacles, because once you learn how to cut those out and you learn that it's not healthy because it's only going to put you back further from what you want to overcome, you'll be able to operate. You'll be able to see clearly. You'll be able to realize, hey, I have to face this and I have to see it through. And I like to look at things, and my dad always tends to remind me, if somebody else did something, you can do it too. If somebody it could be 300 kids in that class, if one person got an A out of all those 300 people and the rest of people got a B, you can get an A too. There's nothing stopping you. I feel like it's so important to realize everybody has their own story, and nobody's story is less than someone else's. I feel like it's so important to remember that the hardships that you've gone through and what you've faced and your experiences in life, those create character. Those build who you are today. So never forget that. Never run away from it. And I feel like it's just so important to know that it's nothing to be embarrassed about, and this too shall pass. So those are my questions. As I went through the questions, it wasn't like technically like no questions, which I did say, please don't ask me like simple questions, like ask me real questions. I hope we kind of like connected a little bit. Oh, and actually I'm putting a vlog kind of like, you guys will see, but I'm gonna put like a little thing at the end of this so you guys can see basically like what type of videos you guys will get. There'll be like no sound, it'll just be a video. This is my first video, so don't judge how I was. I talk on my hands a lot. I'm shy, I look away from the camera a lot, but we'll get better over time. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned and see you soon. Hello world, it's me again. I'm finally here. I have actually been recording for like a month since I got this camera, but I never like really did like a full day because I forget or I just don't have time.
Murder she wrote, murder she wrote. Mrs. I got things are so pretty round this time of year. I can't ignore it, I cannot ignore it, yeah. Mrs. I got things are so pretty round this time of year. I can't ignore it, I can only assure it. I've been to New York and I've been to Houston, and nothing's better than you, girl. Came to conclusion, yeah, yeah. 22 and you've been through things that you never should have ever been through. Girl, I know you're 22 and you've seen something that you never should have been exposed to. Yeah, who I got protect you when you feel you are in danger. You know I feel no new man, you know I'm no stranger.
Why? Am I special?
You want to know what you're comfortable with. You want to be with who you're comfortable with. I know, no. I know, I can't let you go. I know. Mrs. I got things are so pretty round this time of year. I can't ignore it, I cannot ignore it, yeah. Mrs. I got things are so pretty round this time of year. I can't ignore it, I can only assure it.
I'm excited.